Hi guys, and welcome to the second episode of my Dirt Tour. Thanks again for joining me and supporting the channel. It's really nice to have everyone behind me for the time being. Now, I was pleasantly surprised actually in the last episode by how not bad I was. You know, with the exception of go away. With the exception of sorry about that. With the exception of the handbrake, I seem to be pretty good on the whole, actually, pretty confident with all the driving. Now, I did actually record an episode earlier, but the file was corrupted, so I've made some progress, and all I'm really going to be doing this episode is pretending that I haven't actually made it before. So you'll have to bear with me in that respect. So I believe I had gotten up to the trophy final, which is a head-to-head. So I'll pick up from there. Yeah, I guess it's time to get racing, isn't it? I still get the feeling that I've seen Alpine Styles from somewhere. It's a bit,
You've been doing
strange.
So well in head-to-head races recently. No need to break that streak now.
What he means when he says that is I've won the only one I've ever raced in. So I guess, you know, that's not entirely untrue what he's saying, but I don't know. We'll see. Let's hope it goes well. I believe I actually set the difficulty level up onto 3 because I was going, you know, it was a bit easy, so I just wanted a bit more of a challenge. So this is a head-to-head. I've got the car just there, and he's racing the other direction to me. This is a track I find that I'm pretty good at. You know, I like it, you know, because it's quite good fun to drive. Lots of corners that I'm quite testing, like that one. I did have a bit of an enormous crash earlier, 2 enormous crashes actually, as I recorded the first episode. I might put some footage on later. One of them was in Finland and one of them was here. I just went straight into the wall, which was, it was a fun experience with all the feedback, you know. I felt like my arms had been shaken off. Not pleasant. Oh, I've done it again. Ow. So it looks like we're at the end of the first lap. Or almost, anyway. Something that I found when I was racing this track is that while I seem to be really close up to the opposition around the first lap, the second lap I really gained quite a lot of time, and I thought that maybe that was because the first section is shorter. You know, if anyone would correct me on that, I'd be appreciative as I go into a large slide there. I've only just noticed actually that there's a little dashboard centre right of the screen. 5439. It's just, I don't know what that means, if it actually means anything, or if it is just gibberish. I had a sneaking suspicion that it is. Again, if anyone could enlighten me, anyone with a bit more experience with the game, that would be really great. Thanks in advance. So just coming around the last corner of the first head-to-head, and it looks like we've got this one pretty much under wraps. There we go. We crossed the line. Nice easy first place.
That was awesome.
I don't know.
Show that to the world. Put it on YouTube.
That's the plan, buddy. Right. Next one. I was actually saying earlier that I've changed my mind about most of the soundtrack. It's pretty good. I enjoy some of the songs. Some of them are just a bit, you know, they were chosen in poor taste, but... So it looks like we actually do have the option to go through the middle of the smelter here. I'll look forward to doing that at a later point, but I believe this is the same track. Oh, it's in the wet. Fantastic. And we're against Ruben Martinez. That's my only, you know, quibble with the game. It appears to be scripted, because I did restart a race to my embarrassment at one point, and the race had someone crash. It was a rally stage. Someone had crashed out just after sector 1. I hate that turn. And during the restart they did it again, so perhaps the race events have been scripted. That's not ideal, I think. Maybe that's just the career mode. I know that online, well, I'll be putting some footage onto YouTube later, but that's far from scripted. I suggest checking out Mad Monk's videos if you want some idea. Especially Touch Me. Yes, yeah, you have it right side. So there's my friend. I've got a really enormous lean over him actually at the moment. Here we go, look. There's a nice drift. I'm getting the hang of this now. We need to... No. Oh, I've just overshot that. I was trying to get 100 miles an hour. Whoa. Okay, that was probably not the best driving I've ever done. Not that I can drive yet. I actually only just turned 17. Oh, my wheel's not calibrated. Fantastic. Have a narrow bridge. I don't know what's going on here. It's just crazy. And it's looking a bit closer than my last one. I'm definitely not doing a 136 or whatever it was. After that spin out. There we go, 141. Not too bad. Not too shabby, I think. There we go, good race. Right. Okay, so Osiris Racing take first again. By quite a margin actually. I'm a bit worried about this difficulty. I'm just a bit worried also that it's going to be like Formula 1 and that it's I suppose a non-linear progression. You have amateur, which I could beat in my sleep in a straitjacket, and then you have kind of intermediate, which is a bit more tricky, professional, which I race on at the moment. And it's a good challenge, you know. I find myself fighting with the opponents, and then there's expert, which, as you can see from our video around Bahrain, the co-op, pretty difficult to beat. Now I've got a couple of teams actually that I haven't seen before. It's nice that I've got some more options now for liveries and cars. So that's the Alpine Stars triangle completed. Good introduction into the game. Not too difficult, not too hard. Sorry, not too easy either. God, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm a bit tired. Okay, so next up is the Buttermilk Ice Trophy. It's at Aspen, so it's in the snow, and it's a rallycross, which means it's another big old, well, should be good fun. So, something that I noticed actually, I don't know if you can see my mouse, my cursor, but it's pointing to the 450 rep underneath the objective bonus, and it seems that racing with different teams will give you different objective bonuses, and that's a nice little feature of the game that I hadn't realised. So instead of choosing, you know, slime over castrol because it sounds like castrate, I'm actually going to go with the team that gives me the most reputation.
Across races so far, but keep focused. The competition will be looking for an opportunity to take advantage.
Damn right they will. But will I let them? No siree. Okay, so gorgeous graphics here. Lovely snowy. I've only actually ever been into the mountains once, and that was Spain. I went to Spain on a ski trip with school. It's gorgeous. If you get the chance to go, then do. I wasn't, of course, driving a. I don't know what I'm in. I don't know what I'm in at the moment. Anyway. Oh, that was dirty. I wasn't driving a tuned rallycross car at that point, so I didn't get to see this perspective of it. And I believe also Aspen is in the Rockies, which is America's west coast, I think. So obviously I was in a completely different place. Oh gee, that's a nasty corner. Oh my gosh, I'm really screwing this up big time. Right, someone's off there. I've taken one place. Am I going to get the second guy around the corner? Yes, I am. If I don't hit the barriers, which I have done, but I think I've just managed to hold on to the place. Ooh, that's exciting. Right, I'm now coming up to the back of one of the 90s cars, I think. Over the jump. Whoa, I've lost control. And into a massive slide. I'm surprised no one hit me there, but the leaders have gotten away slightly. We're on the second lap of 3, so there's still time to catch up, which is a bit of a relief. I seem to be making up ground pretty quickly now that the area is clear of cars and I can take my own line through this. It's great fun. Struggling to see with the snow being kicked up by the cars in front though, and now we're on to mush. Just overtaking the Red Mango. Have I got him? Have I got them both? Yes, I have. I've taken first place. Beautiful line through that corner. Absolutely stunning. Masterclass, as they say. Over the jump again. Try and remain in control of the car this time. Whoa, took that corner very wide, and the Red Mango's taken back the space. Light, short wheelbase, that's going to make him very agile car, so he's not going to be running quite so wide on corners like that, which require heavy braking. That's quite an advantage actually when you think about it. But for the time being, I have retained the lead. We're onto this slush. We've got one last long corner, 90 degrees, I think. Nice sunset or sunrise or something or other in the background there. I crossed the line to take out another race victory. Good stuff. Whew. Pretty good. Oxyar Motorsport for the win. Sid van der Linde in a second. That reminds me slightly of the sloth from Ice Age. Brilliant film. Oh dear. Especially the last one. Granny's Little Precious. I could not get over the fact that that was a whale. Sorry about the spoiler if any of you haven't seen Ice Age 3. But I recommend you go and watch it because it's a pretty good movie. In the meantime, we appear to have moved up about half of the driver reputation level. That's good, making progress. It's good stuff. And now we're going to move on to the Winter Truck National. This came as a bit of a surprise to me because driving these massive trucks, very heavy, quite difficult to control, and also the tracks are horrible, frankly. It's really not a nice. It's not nice to have to drive over, you know, all the jumps and stuff.
Steady, just like the last race.
Yeah, well, in the last race I wasn't driving a bloody lorry, was I? Still, looks pretty cool. NX Motorsport and whatnot. Okay, so I guess we're just going to move on to the next race. Again, set in the evening or the morning, one or the other. Oh, I've got an alien sticking out of my dashboard. Eyes on antenna. These are a lot more. Oh, bloody hell. Second time I've done that, actually. I did exactly the same thing on my first attempt, the first recording. Whoa. It was pretty nifty. It's nice that we've got such a lot of banking here. It means we can take quite a lot of speed through the corners, more than we do. Excuse me, more than I'd otherwise be able to. Oh, jeez, that was unpleasant. I just tapped him in mid-air. I didn't have the chance to apply any opposite lock or anything to save myself, so this was a really good corner for me in the last video. I made up a lot of time. Look, there you go. I just probably closed 50 or 60 feet, yards, something rather on it. Another big jump there, and a third big jump, so it's a pretty jumpy race. Oh, I've just knocked him, and I think we didn't do too badly there, given that we really both should have spun out. It's another big jump through the bank. We are in third at the moment, so that is first place out there. Yuji Taniguchi. Whoa! God. Catching some air in these. Okay, just taking him. I managed to get some more speed out of the last corner, I think, than Yuji, so it's given me the lead. See if I can hold on to it for the last lap. Oh, bloody hell. Drifting in a lorry, that's impressive. I think Steve's done that as far as I'm aware. Anybody who watches Top Gear, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, search up Top Gear drifting lorries. Oh, jeez. So I just touched the bank there and I lost control of it pretty comprehensively. I managed to straighten myself out before the others caught up, though, but I have taken quite a wide line through there, so they are going to be making up some ground on this rather long straight by rally standards. There is, I think, there are a couple of other long straight. Oh, crap. There are a couple of other long straights, one in Michigan, which I saw in multiplayer the other day, and also one in Kenya, maybe? Looks like another victory for NX Energy Racing, yes. These are a bit hollow, I'll be honest, given that I've done them already, but it's all good. All for the sake of YouTube. So, I believe now the Winter Truck National's done, it's just time for a couple of stages of rally, and then that'll be the end of the episode. I'm looking at my timer, I'm 14.5 minutes in already, that's pretty impressive. So another 1,000 reputation now, moving up, that's pretty good. I do have a thing for Tetrahedra this game. Never understood that. Yvaskiela Shield, whatever. I did only get second on this. I came first by about 2 seconds in the first stage, and then I really lost it on the last two corners in the second, and that was enough to send me down to second. I was lucky not to come third, actually. It was about 300ths of a second, I think, actually. Yeah, so I'm going to see if I can beat that this time. Might actually be something that I you know,
You brought the car in
should be
clean
good
last
fun.
time. It's ready to go when you are.
Well, actually, I didn't, but I'm not going to point that out. Finland looks lovely in the sunset. It's very definitely a fact. And we're back with my old buddies on Serious Racing. It's nice to be back, guys. I do like this car, actually. It's really nice. And I think probably Rally is my favourite game, the favourite game mode that I've tried up until this point. Rallycross. You know, if I'd wanted car-to-car racing, then I would have bought Formula 1 2013. And as a matter of fact, I did, so, you know. Anyway, we've got another rally stage here. Like I say, they are my favourites. Just I think because they're so different to everything that I'm used to. Took that probably a bit too tightly, but never mind. Keep right over crest. Whoa! Keep being over crest if you say so. Okay, just need to brake. Take that corner on the inside line. Beautifully done. Try not to let the back out too much. Oh my god! Oh my god! No one saw that. Probably going to edit this bit out. You guys didn't hear me just say that. So that was an ambitious turn. I probably carried about 300 kilometers too much speed into there. There we go. Right, see if we can just brake a little bit early. I hate the flashbacks in this game because you're so liable to lose control after regaining said control. Oh, catching some beautiful air. That was beautifully done. Don't like this corner. So it's nice not to have that ridiculous penalty system. Nice not to get triple black flag disqualified with a 20-second stop go pit lap penalty. That's the sort of thing, of course, you'd get in F1 2013 or even Grid 2. I was very disappointed with the penalty system in that because of the corner cutting online. It's a massive penalty even if you just touch the curb sometimes. You know, it really drives me nuts, and that's why probably Grid 2 is my... Oh my god! Probably the least favourite of my of the three Cody's games. That was a terrifying moment there, just as I hit the bridge. Whew! Okay, so I've got a 3.3 second lead on the rest of them. That ought to be enough to take me through to a solid first place in the next stage. But I'm making no promises. It wasn't enough last time. The first place beat me by 4 seconds in the second stage. And of course that meant that I only got a second overall, which is a bit disappointing. But we're back in Finland for the second stage now, and we're looking to do better than that. We're looking to take first place. So, let's get going. Puma Sport Peugeot there. I'm really becoming rather fond of the Fiat, actually, despite the ridiculously placed wing mirrors. And away we go. 6 green lights. She's just telling me warning at the moment. Yeah, I know I'm a bad driver in this. You don't need to rub it in. Oh, that's tighter than I was expecting. I actually thought I'd broken too much for that, but evidently not. What I'm really loving this game is being able to just ride the inside of the curb like that, and it'll just... it's a lovely sensation. We've got a nasty series of corners coming up. As far as I can remember. Yes, that was it actually. Oh, nearly hit a telegraph pole there. That would have been painful. Ooh. Really fast stage this. Very nasty. Oh, this is a nasty corner. I found that out. So it was quite a painful incident in the first time that I attempted this track. Actually, I smashed straight into the trees. Did have to use a flashback, I'll admit. Okay, so there's the bridge that... Oh, that was a risky overtake. That was beautifully done. And over the finish line, yes, there we go. That must be first place. Yes, it is a 1:22.466. First place overall. That's fantastic. And with that, I think that's going to be the end of the episode. Thanks again, everyone, for watching, and I hope to see you next time.